So what is this sudden mic drop? ரெண்டு நாள்ல படத்தை ரிலீஸ் பண்றேன்னு சொல்றீங்க. யூசுவலி ஜிவிஎம் படம்னா நாங்க ஒரு 4 வாரம் ஹைப் ஆகி 2 வாரம் அப்படியே மியூசிக் வைப் ஆகி ஒரு வாரம் ஃபுல் டென்ஷன் ஆகி அப்புறம் தான் தியேட்டருக்கு வருவோம். Suddenly saying your movie releasing like
தியேட்டருக்கு வந்தா படம் ரிலீஸ் ஆகணும்ல.
correct.
Recent daysல நடக்கல. அதனால இது கண்டிப்பா ரிலீஸ் ஆயிடும். So we didn't want to give it too much time. It's already like 2019 start பண்ணோம் அது.
Yeah.
And then COVID and then various other reasons, but we finished shoot, like whatever we planned we finished, and then I really thought Dhruvanshram would come first. So ஒரு window இருந்தப்போ we had a discussion with the producer and he said March 1st வரலாம். We took the call only on Feb 14 நினைக்கிறேன்.
Oh wow, okay.
So this week only we thought we will talk about it and then we'll see if people come to the theaters, they'll like it.
Of course we are coming. We're all like super looking forward to this. But like you rightly said, 5 வருஷம் போயிடுச்சு. There's so many changes that have happened, right, from cast to music to everything. Nadula COVID வேற. How do you like keep your energy up through all of this and you know get a movie to a finish? All of you actually.
அது மேல வந்திருக்கோம். அந்த plotting நடக்கவே நடக்காது. That wasn't there. If the drive wasn't there, then
correct.
None of this would be possible, I think. Like you're saying, so many challenges, even otherwise. Like right now, I'm at a creative low. I'm not able to write at all, but I'm still hoping Kathuvakla
totally understand. Yeah.
Page varuma அப்படினு யோசிச்சிட்டு So I think that is not a problem at all. We'll keep at it. கண்டிப்பா அது நடந்துட்டே இருக்கும். See, in this, as far as I am concerned, we started off with an idea of a love story.
Okay.
And then just looking at him and interacting with him and spending some time with him, I thought, why not try an out-and-out action film? You know, like non-stop action, like back-to-back mari vara mari onu try pannalama அப்படினு. Obviously, initial vision was John Wick and films like that.
Okay.
At least in that genre. And then we wanted to shoot abroad. There was a portion where, we could have gone and shot abroad. But that's when COVID happened. So those changes we had to make.
Okay.
There's a Mexican drug lord who features in the film.
Oh, wow.
But I could not get to shoot with that actor at all.
Right.
You know, and then somebody else came in and all that stuff.
Fair enough.
And then ஒரு லோக்கலா ஒன்று ட்ரை பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு கிருஷ்ணா உள்ள கொண்டு வந்து I kind of balanced it out.
Nice.
So those were the changes that I had made. But what I wanted to do in terms of action, I got it easily done with these guys.
Damn cool.
And especially Varun, he was like a war horse, really. Yeah.
But Varun almost meme content மாதிரி சொல்லிருந்தீங்க நான் கேட்டது அப்படின்ட்டு you wanted like a proper love story ஆனா அவர் கொடுத்தது what was it like how did you feel when he said you have to go and train for this? Are you like a proper ninja now types?
இப்போ ரைட் நோ அதே மாதிரி தான் அவங்க பில்டப் கொடுக்குறாங்க பட் ஸோ ஐ காட் ட்ரெயின் பேசிக் அதுக்காக தான்
ஓகே
அண்ட் நான் கேட்டது இது பண்ணதான் நான்லாம் ஒன்றும் கேட்கல ஆக்சுவலி ஸோ நான் நினச்சதுன்னு வேணா சொல்லலாம் நான் நினச்சதுன்ற வேணா சொல்லலாம் வேணா எனக்கு கிடச்சதுன்றது தான் செருப்பே இல்லாமல் ஒரு மாதிரி ஃபுல்லாக ஒரு ஜோனாவே ரொம்ப இன்டென்ஸ் ஆக்ஷன் அப்படி தான் இருக்கும் அண்ட் பேசிக்லி காட் ட்ரெயின்ட் இன் பாரிஸ் வித் யானிக் அதுக்கப்புறமா புக்கெட்ல போயிட்டு அதுக்கும் அங்கே எம்எம்ஏ இருந்துச்சு ஸோ சிம்பு அவங்க பண்ணியிருந்தாங்க அந்த இதுக்கு தான் ஐ காட் ட்ரெயின் ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி ஐ டிட் ஃபியூ திங்ஸ் ஜஸ்ட் டு மேக் மை செல்ஃப் அப்டேட்டட் டு த அந்த ஒரு இதுக்கு ஐ டோன்ட் வாண்ட் என்னன்னா எல்லாம் ஒரு நார்மல் ஜோன் ஆஃப் ஆக்ஷன் இருக்கக்கூடாதுன்னு தான் ஐ வாண்டட் டு எக்ஸ்ப்ளோர் சம்திங் டிஃப்ரெண்ட் தான் இந்த மாதிரி கீனா பண்ணது ஸோ யா
ஆக்சுவலி போத் ஆஃப் யூ ட்ரெயின்ட் வித் யானிக் இல்ல நீங்களுமே யானிக் கிட்ட ட்ரெயின் பண்ணீங்க
ப்ரீவியஸ் வித் யானிக் ஐ டிட் நாட் ட்ரெயின் பண்ணல ப்ரீவி மட்டும் ஒரு கிளைமாக்ஸ் போர்ஷன்ல ஃபைட் போர்ஷன் மட்டும் 2 days they wanted me to train with
we were doing rehearsals முன்னாடி every fight before we used to have our rehearsals so அதல தான் ஜெல்லே
சார் கிட்ட பாரிஸ் போறோம் ஃபைட்னா நான் ஓடி போயிருப்பேன்
No, I like to shoot like in one single shot madri.
Correct.
So I like them to go through the whole routine, know what they're really doing.
Yeah.
Then if at all I'll come in with cuts. So I asked them to like really be ready for it. So there are 2 sets of fight sequence, one with each other and one separately for him also.
Okay.
Both were like அப்படியே பண்ணிடலாம் அப்படி சொல்லி பண்ணோம். So I enjoyed it, I think.
He loves single shots.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And I'm nervous.
We love his single shots
so
too.
So this one sequence where the fight was happening. எல்லாம் பார்த்து முடிச்சு போயிடலாம்டா he said. I said போகலாம் சார் ஒரே ஷாட்டா போயிடலாம் ஒரே ஷாட்டாவா சார் that I had to rehearse the night sequence where I fight in the
single
I was nervous as hell.
Okay.
But it came out well. 4th or 5th take I think
no,
pulled it off.
It came out really well. Both of them were like really fit.
Okay.
That really helps.
Nice.
And I didn't have to use any stunt doubles,
Of course.
எனக்கு அது வந்து ஒரு பிரச்சனையா இருக்கும். Cameras to hide, the actor who's doing it and all
right.
that. So here It was right, we were out in the open and we were shooting with them. And see, usually ஒரு படத்துக்கு ஒரு action இருக்கும் where if the actors are doing it really well, then இன்னும் louder பண்ணலாம். But I still didn't do that massy action. I know people flying in the air and
correct.
கீழே விழுந்து bounce ஆகி அப்படிலாம். So realistic-ஆன ஒரு but plodding action like back to back மாதிரி ஒன்று பண்ணோம். Everything is very real.
Right.
Like you can imagine, like even his body language, no, I didn't want it to be within that. I was trying to tone it ரொம்ப ஸ்டைலிஷா ஒரு ரொம்ப யூஎஸ்லாம் ட்ரெயின் பண்ணி அந்த மாதிரி வர வேண்டாம். You train, but when it comes to it லோக்கலா தான் இருக்கணும் அப்படி தான் ட்ரை பண்ணுவோம் அந்த ஃபைட் சீக்வென்ஸ் எல்லாம்.
Right.
So I had to keep an eye on his body language and make it as Indian as possible in that sense, and I think it's come out well. I'm looking at the scenes, I'm really happy.
Awesome.
ஆக்சுவலி சிங்கிள் ஷாட்னு சார் நமக்கு இந்த சீன் நமக்கு இருக்கா நம்ம அந்த பட்டணப்பாக்கம்ல போயிட்டு இருக்கும்போது அந்த ரூஃபோட அந்த ஸ்லாப்ல இருந்து ஜம்ப் பண்ணோம். அது எனக்கு தெரிஞ்ச அது ஒரு பெரிய சீன். லைக் ஃப்ரம் தேர் என்னன்னா கேமரா வந்து அங்கே ஹேவ் ஜம்ப் டு தட் ஸ்லாப் பில்டிங் டு another building. ஜஸ்ட் ஸ்லாப்ல குதிச்சு ஸ்லாப்ல இருந்து கீழே வரணும். and there will be 2-3 people going down. ஸோ என்னன்னா have to land exactly where have to hit the people. ஸோ இது எல்லாமே சிங்கிள் ஷாட்ல கன்சீவ் பண்ணி வச்சிருக்காங்க. அங்கேருந்து ஜம்ப் பண்ணி வரவே ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கஷ்டம். அங்கேருந்து இந்த ஸ்லாப் நானே தனியா அப்படின்னு வந்து ஜம்ப் பண்ணி வரணும். அங்க அந்த ரூஃப் ஸ்லாப் இருக்கும். அங்க நின்று I have to wait for this timing where they have to go.
ஒரு பாயிண்ட்ல camera will leave him and come focus on somebody else.
Right.
He has to jump into our frame.
Wow.
And I have to land properly, like in ஒரு மாதிரி கொஞ்சம் ஸ்டைலிஷான landing இருக்கணும். And the height is way beyond. And okay sir, பண்ணிடலாம் சார் நானும் ஜாலியாசலி ஓகே நீட்டு ஒரு டேக் பண்றேன் அங்க ஸ்லிப் ஆகுது. செகண்ட் டேக் பண்றேன் அங்க லேண்டிங் ஒரு மாதிரி கோனரா போகுது. So obviously இது எல்லாமே it matters. அதுக்கப்புறமா 4th 5th 6th டேக்லாம் போயிடுச்சு. ஓகே வாடா.
It is not a height to jump from.
Of course. Yeah.
அது கண்டிப்பா அந்த ஹைட்ல like your leg definitely hurt, but I kept making sure that he was okay with it.
And என்னன்னா செருப்பும் இல்ல.
ஆமா. செருப்பு இல்லைன்னா ஒரு பாயிண்ட் ஆஃப் ஒரு 20 minutes in the film because of what he's doing he loses his footwear in the film.
Okay.
So we have to maintain, and it happens over one night னால
correct,
we have to maintain that no footwear thing in the film.
Wow.
So
okay.
all terrain
எங்கயாவது கடையில போய் அப்படியே வாங்கிட்டு போய்டுவோம். போற வழியில அது பாருங்க
ஸ்கிரீன் பிளே இல்ல அப்படி சொல்லி.
But such risky action sequences and stuff unga rendu peru vechite kekra sorry, was there a reason why you went with like fairly newbies and not like experienced action actors for a film like this? Idu or full fledged action film dramari da getting an understanding.
We can edit this out if they feel it's not politically correct, but experienced actors might not do it like the way we want to do it, right?
Okay.
Stars won't do most of the action in this film.
Okay.
Body doubles irukum.
Right.
See அது தப்பு இல்லை. Obviously we have to make it good for them and safer இருக்கணும். இதுலேயுமே எல்லாமே safer, like Yannick makes sure of that. Yannick's team, the local team that we're working with, G Master, everybody was there to make sure things are safe. But within that I wanted the camera to capture their faces, know, and especially Varun's.
Right.
So to answer your question very honestly, experienced star and the stars, they wouldn't have done it like the way we wanted them to do it.
Damn cool. That makes sense.
Like I think somebody who I can straight away say will do this easily is Arun Vijay. Like I've done that with NAR and whatever we asked him to do, he trained and he worked for it. And naane pandra, every time I'll give him an option. Arun, idu body double vechi pannikalam illa sir naane pandren illa nammale pannikalam. Okay. Likewise with Varun also, we had somebody on standby always, but at every point he kept saying naane pandren.
So Run mudiyano peru appo elbi
Varun. Oh பாரு. இப்போ யாராவது ஏதோ ரீசெண்டாக இன்டர்வியூல கேட்டாங்க சார் நீங்கள் வர ஸ்டைல் வந்து அருண் விஜய் மாதிரி இருக்கு, நீங்கள் என்ன லைக் பாருங்க இப்போ நீங்கள் வருண்
ஏதோ பிளான் பண்ணுறேன். ஓகே, ஸோ நவ் டு போத் ஆஃப் யூ, எனக்கு உங்கள் கேரக்டரோட வெர்ஷன் ஆஃப் ஹூ ஜோஷ்வா இஸ், லைக் வருணோட கேரக்டர் யாருன்னு உங்கள் கேரக்டர் சொல்லணும்னா எப்படி சொல்லணும்?
I was really fighting with him. I had very few conversations with him. So I call him an action hero only.
Okay.
So I think he's done.
But who is this person that you're fighting with? அவர் என்ன மாதிரி ஆளு?
அது கதலாம் சொல்ல முடியாது. அது அவரை வெச்சிக்கிட்டு. There is a slight twist to the story of between the antagonist and the protagonist.
Okay.
Which I can't.
Of course.
Which I can't break. But
yeah.
What Koti thinks of the hero Joshua, he is an action hero.
Okay.
அடிச்சிட்டே இருப்பார். பாத்தீங்களா?
பாத்துருவோம். உங்களை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் ஜோஷ்வா பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் கோட்டி யாரு?
ஜோஷ்வாவா சொல்லணுமா இல்லனா அந்த கேரக்டர்
ஜோஷ்வாவே சொல்லுங்க.
அடி வாங்கிட்டே இருப்பாரு சொல்லு.
இல்ல
நான் ஒருத்தர்
அடிக்கல, அவரும் ஒருத்தர் வந்து அடிக்கிறாரு. ஆனா யார் என்னன்னு எனக்கு தெரியாது.
ஓகே.
that's how it is. But அதுக்கப்புறமா தான் உள்ள போகும்போது தான் I'll get to know there's one
twist to it. Okay.
Past.
To it, yeah.
Nice.
There's a past, yeah.
Pastனு சொன்னோன்னே இந்த படத்துல யாருக்கு யார் மேல one side love, what is the unrequited love story in this film? Because there's always an unrequited love story in all your films.
I think it's between them.
I think so too, sir. I was just going to
unrequited
yeah, I agree. If you see the movie, you'll get what he's saying.
Okay, nice. Okay.
And see, I get that. See, obviously, writing பொறுத்தது தான். Writing ஒரு flowல போயிட்டு இருக்கும்போது I don't really care much. But somewhere நம்ம நிறைய பண்ணிட்டோம் அந்த unrequited love or the woman dying in the middle of the film or at the end of the film. அது இதில் பண்ண வேண்டாம் அப்படின்ற ஒரு தாட்டில் தான் நான் எழுத ஆரம்பித்தேன். And somewhere I was toying with a love story idea தான். But somewhere I told you, பார்த்துட்டு when interacting with him, and I also wanted to be in one John Wick space. Not that this is that. So I took it like an action film only. So there is a woman. And there is a love angle between the two of them. There's romance and all that, but that's not the main arc of the film. There's ஒரு undercurrent தான் அது இருக்கும். And it's because of love only, the drive also is there in the film. But ஒரு love story-ஆ என்னால் அதை பார்க்க முடியல.
Okay. Kundavi, right? Her
Kundavi,
name is?
yeah.
Okay. How did you find this new actor? What is your process of finding your heroines? You always find such interesting faces.
Yeah, but honestly, there's not too much thought that goes into it.
Okay.
ரொம்ப மெனக்கட்டு தேடி ஸ்க்ரீன் டெஸ்ட் ஆடிஷன்ஸ் எல்லாம் பண்ணி அப்படி பண்ணுறது எல்லாத்தையும் ஒன்லி வெந்து தனிது காடு.
Okay.
We had about 5 heroines or girls on board ready to shoot.
Okay.
And from that we picked Siddhi and we went to shoot.
Okay, okay.
But other than that, it's just I meet somebody or somebody I meet at an audition or a screen test and straight away we get in. Like for me,
Okay.
See, today also you need to be, I need to say it also politically correctly.
Correct.
அந்த அழகா இருக்காங்களா அப்படின்றலாம் நான் அப்படி பார்க்கறதே இல்லை. My definition of beauty is different from what the general definition of beauty might
Absolutely,
be.
yeah.
So I happened to see a set of stills that Venkatram had shot with Rahi. And I liked the look and feel, and I thought for this film it will really work.
Right.
And I also wanted to shoot as and when I wanted to, because there was a lot of other writing and work was going on. So I wanted somebody who's not really big and a star who will come and be called out to shoot.
Correct.
So I wanted to, so that was a discussion with the producer also, and he said, yeah, I also know the family, this girl நம்ம பண்ணலாம் சார் இந்த படத்துல அவங்களே ஹீரோயினா இருக்கட்டும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி.
Okay.
It was a decision that we took mutually, and then we brought her on board. And she worked well for this part. Yeah.
Nice.
I think unfortunately she's not going to be doing any more films, I think. So yeah.
That's sad. Okay. Krishna, do you remember the first call that you got from GVM sir's office saying that you're acting in his film? Like, how did it go?
Actually,
and
it
how did you
was
feel?
pretty straight. Sir called me directly.
Okay, nice.
So for me, I've been asking him, I want to work with him. I still do. I said, I want to be in your next film, I want to be in your next film. For me, getting a call from him validates that I am an actor. Because getting a call from a big director validates your work.
Correct.
So it by itself is a compliment to me.
Correct.
Next, I have to just prove that I'm worth his time.
Yeah.
So it was exciting. When I got the first call, I was like, whatever. Just make sure I'm in it.
ஆனா அப்படி இருக்கும்போது honestly I'm saying, not because easy, I said this earlier also, Varun ஹீரோவா இருக்கிற ஒரு படத்துல there was no need for him to come and do it. என்னதான் we wanted to work together, we hung out together, we meet even otherwise, we meet at a cafe and all that stuff. We've discussed a lot of stories together and all that. So இந்த படத்துல அவர் வரணும்னு அவசியமே இல்லை.
Right.
So I'm really thankful and happy that he said yes when I just asked him. He said anything for you sir, I'll do it அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டாரு. And I got a really nice set of scenes between the two of them, like the way I envisioned it.
Okay.
அது எனக்கு கரெக்டா it fell in place. ஒரு perfect foil to Varun மாதிரி எனக்கு கிடைச்சது. And I have I see one Rajinikanth quality in him, the way he speaks his Tamil, the way his body language and all that. I kept telling him that.
Okay.
Not that I worked with sir or anything like that.
Right.
And I don't care what people think that I said that, but I keep telling him that. I told you also.
Yeah.
Awesome. This is like amazing.
The way he delivers his lines and some body language and all that. And I like handling those characters also really well.
Right.
அந்த ஏரியாலேருந்து வந்து unabashed, பயமே இல்லை. ஒரு 5-star ஹோட்டலுக்குள்ளே ஒருத்தர் இருக்கான் அப்படின்னா அவனை தூக்கணும், வா போகலாம், உள்ளே போகலாம். He was perfect in that. you know,
Okay.
how they merge and how they go and eat in one coffee shop there.
Correct.
He tells his cronies, "Hey, decent behave pannada, nammala paatha pannikudadanu solittu saapadu." And the scene la, the way we had handled it and way he came into that, no,
Right.
I really liked him. So I'm looking forward to working with him for sure. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Every
அடுத்த
3 months,
ரஜினின்னு
every
சொல்லிட்டாரு
3 months I will message sir, whatever you're doing next, anything, just make,
Right.
you know, எனக்கு சாட்சி வந்து பிரீத்தி தான். So if he's busy, I'll just message Preeti.
Correct.
And his brother is a really big director. He doesn't have to do this for
Absolutely,
me.
yeah,
He can just call his Vishnu and say, "Put me in your film," and Vishnu will do that. But
So, I mean, I'm going to speak for all three of us. We are your fans, so
Yeah.
like,
Thank you.
all
Yeah,
of us
fan
want
first.
to be in all your films. So, that said, usually, of course, romance ellaam solli konja heart break pantaru. I mean, lighter romance irukku, but the other big thing about GVM films is the music, right? Like, which is your favorite song in the film?
My favorite is Tappasu Neram.
Okay,
Oh, it's gonna release.
awesome.
So yeah. And then next one is the airport song. Airport la, when there'll be a fight, there'll be a background score. So that's a proper song.
Okay,
So
ஒரு fight sequence வந்து ஒரு songல பண்ணோம்.
nice.
So
Okay,
it's come out really well. You know, Karthik of course has done the music for the film, and we showed him the visuals, and then we composed a song which will go with the fight choreography. And after we got the song, I didn't bother to resync the visuals. I just felt it flowed
it
really
just
well.
flowed. Okay.
You know, so that's a nice song also. Yeah.
This is your second, illa Karthikoda Navarasala.
Yeah. I've done a lot of independent music production with him.
Damn cool,
Almost
okay.
like we actually have about 15 songs. Adla over 7 or 8 we've released.
Okay, okay.
And of course Navarasa. And then this is a feature film. Yeah.
Excellent. Okay.
But Sir tends to get the best out of any technician he works
Yeah,
with.
he does.
I've seen myself
Especially
in
music.
I've seen myself in other films. I've seen myself in his film. I look different. So I was just telling in another interview that I felt that he tends to bring out the character he's written in the actor,
Absolutely, yeah.
rather than the actor himself who's trying to be the character. There's a big difference between the two. So when I saw this, I thought, okay, this is not me, which itself is an accomplishment for me, because
Correct.
it didn't feel like I was seeing myself.
அப்ப அது கதர் சார் தான் நன்றி சொல்லணும்னு நினைக்கிறேன்.
இல்லையே சார், just the way the body language or whatever. First shot நான் கொடுக்கும்போதே something is missing da அப்படின்னாரு first time when we met. So I told sir, can I chew gum? He said, try it. So this next sequence, I chewed gum and I was doing the same thing. He said, okay, this is working, continue.
Okay.
So
nice.
there is something that he gets out of the actor
Right.
to replace it with his character, which I think is great.
Damn good. Yeah. Okay. Already ஒரு scene சொல்லிட்டீங்க, but without giving any spoilers per se, which is that one scene that you are looking forward to seeing in this film in theaters with the audience? Audience reaction in the scene க்கு எப்படி இருக்கும்னு பார்க்கிறதுக்கு, which is the scene that you are looking forward to?
I'm looking for like 15th minute in the movie. That's where this airport song வரும்.
Okay.
So
Okay.
அது என்னன்னா ஆக்சுவலி சார் ஞாபகம் இருக்கா நம்ம முன்னாடி பேசும்போது நம்ம படம் ஸ்லோவாக அப்படியே போவோம்டா 15th மினிட்லேருந்து ஒரு செம்ம ஆக்ஷன் சீக்கிரம் அது ஒரு பீபோர்ட்
Right.
இல்ல that is what is meant to be. Like இது என்ன zoneல இருக்கு and new actors. And then suddenly this action sequence unfolds very unexpectedly. Like two people are meeting and they're like parting ways unexpectedly. ஒரு confession மாதிரி ஒரு விஷயம் ஒன்று சொல்லுவான். She gets really upset about it.
Right.
And எதுவுமே வேண்டாம்னு சொல்லிட்டு அந்த பொண்ணு நடந்து போகும்போது ஒன்று நடக்கும்.
Okay. Okay.
And that's meant to showcase who this guy is. And also அவளுக்கும் இது வந்து இவன் இப்படிப்பட்டவனா அப்படின்னு அவளுக்கும் தெரியணும் அப்படின்ற மாதிரி ஒரு dual idea kind of a scene அது.
Damn cool.
I think that worked really well. அதுக்கு தான் Karthik came up with this lyrical
piece.
treatment
Right.
also. I think it fell into place. So yeah.
பயங்கர ஹைப் அப் பண்ணிருக்கீங்க 15
ஆக்சுவலி என்னன்னா அதுக்கு வந்து இட் ஹாஸ் a very big history. என்னன்னா அது we rehearsed சார் சொன்ன மாதிரி ஆக்சுவலி எல்லாமே சிங்கிள் ஷாட்ல எல்லாத்துக்குமே ஆல் பிளான்ட் டன்னா இருந்துச்சு. அங்க போயிட்டு கரெக்ட்டா we had to shoot that in 3 hours நினைக்கிறேன்.
அதோட கம்மி ஏன்னா ஏர்போர்ட்ல
of course
there were some issues and then they told us by 11:30 you have to get out அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டாங்க. 1:30 and we got there only at 10:45 11 thinking we have the whole night to shoot.
Nice.
So in 2 hours we finished that sequence, but if you see it you won't believe that it's shot in 2 hours.
Okay.
And thanks to him and the fighters and the way they choreographed it.
I'm so glad you guys rehearsed it before.
ஆனா பார்த்தா கண்டிப்பா உங்களுக்கு வந்து 2 hours 3 hours னா சொன்னாச்சே போய் கேடிங்க அந்த மாதிரி தான்.
Usually அது ஒரு 3-4 days shoot பண்ண மாதிரி தான் இருக்கும்.
புரியுது. Okay.
I mean we are patting ourselves on the back but we have to say it right sometimes.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
உங்களுக்கு ஐ மீன் ஆக்சுவலாக இந்த கேள்வி உங்ககிட்ட தான் கேட்கணும். ஒரு நார்மல் ஆடியன்ஸ் தியேட்டருக்கு எதுக்காக வரணும் டு வாட்ச் ஜோஷுவா? வாட் ஷுட் தே கம் அண்ட் லுக் ஃபார்வர்ட் டு?
See, normal audience கௌதம் சார் படம் வரணும். அது ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ரூல் நம்பர் 1 அதுதான்.
அது கரெக்ட்.
ஏன்னா அது that's the excitement level, right? When his films come, when are we going to watch it? Because I watch all his films and my brother's films, no matter what, in the theater.
Correct.
So that's the experience. But you should watch this film for sheer action.
Right.
And how he's treated action with Varun.
Okay.
So, I mean, he doesn't have to do a movie with a newcomer, but he's still done it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't look like a newcomer's film.
Awesome.
So,
yeah.
that's another reason why you should see. And then me playing villain.
Of course.
The first film.
Yeah.
Adhiya uttige.
No, and see, I always hope that these stories can be taken forward.
Yes.
So நான் நிறைய லூஸ் எண்ட்ஸ் மாதிரி தான் வச்சிருக்கேன் இந்த படத்துலயும். Like even the ending is ஒரு விஷயத்துக்காக ஸ்டார்ட் பண்றாங்க, அந்த இடத்துல போய் முடியாது, அதுக்கு முன்னாடியே முடிஞ்சிரும் படம். Because and it's a 2-hour 6-minute film நினைக்கிறேன் இல்ல, 2-6 or something like so. It's a tight nice length sort of thing, but the story can continue. And even Krishna's character Koti that he's played, I've not given him a finished sort of a thing. So if things go well, we can always pick it up again.
Okay. Yeah. So Joshua 2 already tease பண்ணியாச்சு. Okay.
இருக்கு சொல்லிருக்கேன்.
ஆல்ரெடி பிட் போட்டு வச்சிருக்கீங்க.
Stars Universe ஒன்னு வரும்ல, the characters can enter.
Yeah. அடுத்த படத்துக்கும் போலாம்.
ஆமா.
GVM Universe. So
we had plans of shooting in US இருந்தது எல்லாமே வந்து இருந்துச்சு. Due to COVID we couldn't do it. So அதோட இது வந்து ஒரு
ஆமா, where it ends actually this film was supposed to be in the US,
right,
and begins also in the US. அந்த ending பண்ண முடியல, அங்க இருந்தே ஒரு 2.5 hours ஒரு ஸ்டோரி இருக்கு actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
சார் இவங்க ரெண்டு பேர்ல யார் உங்களோட பெட்? And what is you guys have to tell me what's the secret to become his pet? I'm going to use it. Yeah.
Be honest. I think he appreciates honesty.
Okay.
No பூசி மடுப்புறது. You just give it, tell him as it is.
Right.
I know Krishna from before I know Varun.
Okay.
And I generally like him a lot. We've interacted on படங்கள் இல்லாம வேற நிறைய விஷயங்கள்.
கீழ இறங்குங்க கிருஷ்ணா கொஞ்சம்.
I mean, he's Vishnuvardhan's brother. He doesn't need Gautham Menon to validate.
So anytime I call sir, I want to meet you. It doesn't have to, right?
Yeah.
He said, call and come anytime da, call anytime da சொல்லுவாரு. அப்படியே பீத்திக்கு ஒரு ஃபோனை போட்டுட்டு அப்படியே அவர் come. I live down the road.
Right. Okay.
So
no, and even elsewhere we've met other places, but and then since I met Varun on the film.
Yeah.
And I told you, like, he was like a war horse on the film, and for me that's magical. If
Absolutely.
somebody can bring alive the writing in the way that we'd envisioned it, otherwise there's nothing that gives you joy when you go back home and think, okay, one good day's work has happened.
Correct.
Initially there were some issues, like he expected me to rumba micromanage him, I think, and I never do that.
Okay.
Like rumba control panni ipdi pannanga apdi panna, so he was expecting me, so he was not doing much. So 2-3 days
I wasn't clear.
Yeah.
நீ எக்ஸ்பெக்ட் பண்றது you're getting out of it, like I'm delivering
but
it, and
we just spoke about it and then we hit it off. We waited for a bit and then we started again, so then it fell in place.
Yay. Okay.
சார் கிட்ட பிடிச்சது என்னன்னா, நீங்க அதான் அப்போ சொன்ன மாதிரி அவருக்கு பிடிச்ச விஷயங்கள்லாம் செம்மையாக நடிச்சா பிடிக்கும், செம்மையாக கான்வர்சேஷன் பேசினா பிடிக்கும் அவருக்கு பிடிச்ச. ஸோ தட் வே இஃப் யூ டூ இட்னா ஐ லைக் இட்.
And halfway through the film also, apart from all the acting training the action training that he was doing, he did a lot of acting training also. He went to Adishakti on his own. He'll call me from there, sir இப்படி பண்ண சொல்றாங்க, நான் இப்படி பண்றேன், and all that. So a lot of interaction we've had like that, and I like the effort that he's putting in. Like from a producer's family, he doesn't need to do all that, but the work that he's putting in is to stand out, right? And that I really appreciate. He doesn't take himself
absolutely
casually.
End of the day, whatever producer, end of the day we running the same
so
race.
that's why I want to reiterate on that. People shouldn't think that you have a golden spoon or silver spoon or whatever that is. It's not that at all. And I tell him also, I know Wales big production house, and in every film of theirs நீ ஒரு cameo ஈஸியா பண்ணிட்டு இருக்க, பண்ணாத இனிமே அப்படினு சொல்லிட்டாங்க. I mean, just my little advice to him,
Correct, yeah.
Be like a myth, don't be seen much. Just let this film launch you. So that's why I'm saying introducing Varun. I would love for him to play a villain to one of the superstars in the next film, because he's capable of that. Awesome. He's capable of action, he's capable of terror.
Nice.
And roles can easily be reversed, in that sense. I'm saying with both of them.
Correct.
So, yeah.
I think it's a big film for both of them, so all the best. 2 days to go.
Thank
We're all very excited.
Yeah, we're nervous and we're excited. Krishna சொன்ன மாதிரி தியேட்டருக்கு வந்தா நல்லா இருக்கும்.
இப்போவே டிக்கெட் புக் பண்ணுங்க ப்ளீஸ். ஸோ ஆனால் இந்த கேள்வி கேட்கலன்னா மக்கள் என்ன திட்டுவாங்க, அதனால துருவ நட்சத்திரம் எப்போ வரும்?
மக்களா நான் வளர்த்திட்டமா?
also done something kutti in that film, so I'm also waiting.
Varun. I think we're almost there. A lot of hurdles, one by one, we've cleared. Clear பண்ணிட்டோம். And then, actually, கொஞ்சம் unexpected ஆனா Joshua release ஆகுது. நான் சொன்னல, I thought it will come after. So, இதனால ஒரு சின்ன back seat எடுத்திருக்கோம். And once this comes out, then we will push for that.
More like a starter before the main course.
Actually, I had ஒரு connect இருந்தது அந்த படத்துக்கும் இந்த படத்துக்கும். ஆனா scene last minuteல because DN release ஆகுமான்னு தெரியலன்னு சொல்லி எடுத்துட்டோம்.
Okay.
Like the character that DD plays in the film and Varun is with DD in the film.
Right.
அது வந்து DN ல DD play பண்ண character-ஓட ஒரு link கொடுத்திருந்தோம்
link
actually.
இருக்கு. Okay.
Yeah, and this was done long time back.
Yeah. All before Vikram
2019 itself when we shot it.
So DN வந்ததுக்கு அப்புறம் the deleted scene we can
வைக்கலாம். Yeah.
Okay. Nice. There's one extra question that's not Joshua related. Did you know there's a Wikipedia page for GVM's unrealized projects?
அப்படியா? அவ்வளோ இருக்கா?
நிறைய இருக்கு. சென்னையில் ஒரு மழைக்காலம்ல ஆரம்பிச்சு யோஹான்ல there's so many projects that you have started and stopped. See, I guess even for someone sitting outside and reading so much, it's very painful. Like there's so many things that have started and not realized. How do you kind of get through it? How do you feel about all of this?
Chennai Marikalam was my call actually. I shot for 25 days with a bunch of youngsters and then I felt the comedy was working, the love was there, Trisha was there and all that. Right. But the pasanga needed a little more training abdin enakku thonuchu அந்த டைம்ல. I mean they've all gone on to become big players in the industry now. Satish was one of them. He's a big choreographer. He acts.
Director.
Yeah.
Veera, who's acted with Ajit sir in the recent film.
Yeah.
And a couple of other boys and all that. But I just felt from every time na rush paakumbodum when I was editing with Anthony, I just felt ayyo innum konjam thevapadudhe appdin solite irundhen. So I just stopped one day and I couldn't pick it up after that. Yuvan didn't take off at all. We just did one photo shoot with Vijay. And Vijay said romba international film mari theriyudhu ipo venda appdin sonnaru. That was the reason. Otherwise, Dhuvanashram is the only film that's ready to release. It's actually locked and loaded in all the theatres.
I know.
But it still hasn't come out.
Right.
So I realized idu mattum da. What we've shot and I scrapped was only this.
Only so much.
And what I shot with Surya and Aswin was the train sequence in Varanamayiram with Samira and Surya.
Okay.
We started a film and we stopped that. That anyway, that scene.
Okay. Damn good.
Yeah.
So
Where directors ku indha mari unrealized film pages irukka.
I don't think I've seen a Wikipedia page for anyone else though.
Oh, Wikipedia page.
There is a whole Wikipedia page. This is really fun and a lot of very nice stories there also. Okay. Nethida, I saw an interview where you said ipa na romance edudra mood la illa. So if action எடுத்துட்டு இருக்கீங்கன்னா யாரையாவது அடிக்கிற மூட்ல இருக்கீங்களா?
அடிக்கலாம் வேண்டாம்.
ரெண்டு நிஞ்சாஸ் ரெடி பண்ணி வச்சிருக்கீங்க.
அவர்தான் நிஞ்சா.
Bro, na right நீங்க left.
No, but honestly that inspiration is necessary.
Yeah, correct.
It could be from music, it could be from a film, it could be from somebody.
Right.
Inspiration is necessary. அது இல்ல இப்போ. And also I think the focus and mind is completely occupied with trying to release a film. And,
Correct. Yeah.
அந்த படத்தோட issues ஹேண்டில் பண்றதுல இருக்கு. Actually அப்படி பார்த்தா on the other hand I'm happy that this film is releasing. So there is ஒரு release இருக்குல்ல ஒரு படம் நம்ம பண்ண படம் தான். Looking forward to seeing it in the theaters and all that. So yeah.
We all are looking forward to see Joshua in the theaters. So all of you go and book your tickets. Ipave Joshua is releasing on March 1st in a theater near you. Idu பயங்கர action packed ஆன ஒரு GVM film with like really good actors in the mix and newbie music director and Karthik. Go enjoy the film in theaters and let us know what you thought.